Hello, everyone.
Oh, I didn't do this again. I didn't know.
That's okay. That's okay. We can go on. Okay. So we had the trial yesterday in Amsterdam against Alex Cornelissen, Peter Hammarstedt, Jeff Hansen, and Geert Vons. So how do you think it went, Paul?
Well, I think the crux of the trial was the fact that their lawyers said that it didn't matter if we were reinstated to the board because they would simply call a new meeting and vote us off again, this time legally, before it was illegal. And the judge asked me, well, what's the point of this if they're just going to vote you off again? And I said the point is democracy and transparency, that the supporters of Sea Shepherd have a right to know why that decision was made. And we have a right to have a legal and proper and democratic meeting. So if we have that meeting, an explanation has to be given during the discussion period so that people will have a reason, because we don't know what the reason is. We didn't even know they had this secret meeting to dismiss us. So it's really to get this all out to the public so everybody will know the truth as to what happened. And we would like to know what were the reasons for our dismissal, because they've never told us.
Well, they did tell us some reasons that I think are not the real reasons. And the big surprise we had yesterday at the trial was to hear about that secret meeting that they hold on August 9th last year in 2022, where they actually dismissed Paul without telling us. What they did is that they called me 3 weeks later to ask me for my opinion on the fact that they were willing to ask Paul's resignation, but they didn't tell me that they had actually had that meeting. So they had a secret meeting to dismiss one of the directors without letting know 2 of the directors about the meeting, and the judge found that very curious and questionable, and they didn't have any answer for that. But also, the main thing is we want transparency. We want to know what are the decisions that these 4 directors took when we were all directors, without letting us know the directions that they took with Sea Shepherd Global, the spending of funds, the political decisions, and many things that we've learned afterwards. And we are just wondering what else did they hide from us. And that's the reason why we want to be reinstated in the Global Board. We want the judge to force them to go through a real and a proper dismissal process according to the Sea Shepherd Global status. And we want to make it very clear that this is not something we do against Sea Shepherd Global. This is something we do to save Sea Shepherd Global from these 4 people who basically are behaving like if Sea Shepherd Global was their own thing. They didn't steal it only from Paul Watson or from people like me and many others who devoted years of their life to this movement. They stole this movement from thousands and thousands of supporters and donors who put faith in this movement, and they diverted it, and they lied, and they consider that they're not accountable to anyone on what they do. And this is wrong. This is legally wrong. This is morally wrong. And we want the truth. And we hope that on August 20th, the judge will rule for transparency, will put us back on the board, and we'll get the answers. And my belief is that when we look at what these guys did, what they should do is not only to have that proper debate that they didn't want to have, but they should resign, because what they did is just plainly wrong, and they shouldn't be directors of Sea Shepherd Global anymore. They don't own it. They own gratitude and transparency to all those people who are supporting the organization, and hopefully we will manage in saving it from them.
And Sea Shepherd was never meant to be an organization controlled by anybody. It was meant to be a movement, and it has been a movement for many decades. What these 4 men have done is said, no, we're Sea Shepherd, we're in control, everybody has to fall in line with what we say. And I said to the judge at the time, no, Sea Shepherd's a movement. I've always been a part of the movement. I continue to be part of the movement, will always be a part of the movement. And we can't let these people just hijack it and destroy everything we work for.
And to conclude, I would like to say a big thank you to the French supporters of Sea Shepherd France, because you made us strong enough to not only be able to defend ourselves, but to fight back and to try to save this entire movement. So thank you to the Sea Shepherd France volunteers and supporters.
Thank you.